Fran just couldn't get enough stops again tonight. Was it the same issues you'd seen before or something new?
Pretty much, no. I think it was a talented team. I think it was a talented team that moved the ball. They've got a really good point guard. They have multiple three-point shooters, so it's obviously harder. But our defensive communication coordination was really poor. I don't know if I've ever coached a team that made 14 threes and lost by 9.
It seemed like you were searching for combinations, maybe.
Yeah, I was.
Pick and play
I think
defense.
that's fair. You're searching for combinations. You're searching for fresh bodies. We did have some foul trouble in the first half, so that precipitated some of the moves. You want to go small, you want to go big. We clearly had trouble on the glass, but they're a quick team, so you want to be smaller to hopefully guard off the dribble and to play ball screens. But 19 offensive rebounds is not a good number. I mean, we had 17. We didn't get as much payback from it. I felt bad for Ahmad because I thought his effort level was exactly what our team needed. He just didn't get any payback from it.
What do you think of your offensive output or effort tonight?
I think it was really good at times. I thought we executed at times. I thought we could have run a little bit better. I think they were locked into that. But I mean, we shot a decent percentage. Second half, if you remember the first 10 minutes, it was really, we didn't score. I mean, I thought we were, it's not like I would say poor execution, high turnovers. We were missing shots that we would normally make after the first couple minutes because we cut a 6-point lead to 1 very quickly. And then I think maybe for the first 10 minutes of the second half, I think we were shooting like 17%. Give them a chance to go back up again. So that was unfortunate.
A couple guys that have scored the bulk of the points the last couple of games. Is that just how the last 2 games have played out, or is that a trend that you see developing?
Well, I mean, we're going to go to those guys. I mean, I think with Jordan and Pete, you got 2 really big-time scorers in the backcourt. You got Cordell, obviously, is a great low-post threat. He got a second foul early. That hurt him in the first half. I wanted to keep him out there. And then he got his third. I took him out, put him back in, got his fourth. I don't like to have to do that. When you have a guy that's cooking, it's comfortable, you want to leave him in there, because, he's in a groove and coming out, going back in, and sometimes you lose that edge offensively. So those 2 guys were tremendous, and so was Pete. I mean, Pete was phenomenal tonight. I mean, he 33 and 10. I mean, he really took the loss the other night personally. He blamed himself completely, which is certainly not the case, and certainly nothing we want him to do. But that's kind of how he is. He's a competitor and shot 4 for 20 and felt awful. And really committed himself in practice, came back in a terrific game. Really proud of him.
Played Jordan all 20 minutes in the second half, I guess. What went into that decision?
I just thought he gave us the best chance to win, and I thought he earned it.
Fran, how much of that is him making threes? It just seems like he made so many big threes to keep you guys.
He makes threes. He does do a good job getting the ball inside, does do a good job getting the ball down the floor. He had a tough cover. Hollins is a handful. He really is. And they set a lot of screens for him. I thought he really battled.
Pimsel and Bohannon still making some of those young mistakes, but it seems like their trajectory is really high.
I would think so. Yeah, I mean, if you look at their line, I mean, it's terrific in so many ways. They both had 4 turnovers each. That's probably 1 or 2 too many for either of them. More so Cordell. I mean, Jordan had the guys lead the nation in steals, guarding him. There's a little more of a reason there, but Cordell's just got to take a little better care of the ball. Now, I do put it in his hands a lot because I trust him as a feeder in the backcourt against pressure. Because he's a good ball handler and he has good feel and he likes to pass. He's good at it. He finds people.
What did you tell the team at halftime after kind of a sloppy finish to that first half?
You don't have a lot of time at halftime. You have to. I mean, you can scream and yell if you want to, but then you don't have any time to give them something to hold on to. Obviously, we changed defenses. We went to the zone. We called the set coming out. Thought we'd try to do something there, and and tried to point out the activity level that was going to be necessary and how we were going to have to do that out of the zone. As I planned on staying in it for a while, which we did. We got some stops early, and we had some stops, I think, at critical times, but we didn't get the rebound as much, and that was unfortunate.
What did you think of the team's activity and effort on the defensive end?
Not good enough. Yeah, it was not good enough. I mean, they scored 98. Not good enough.
Is zone defense, that something you see in maybe a long-term solution over the course of this season?
You know, it's always been a long-term solution at times. We've always played zone. We've always played different kinds of zones. Whether it would be something we would do exclusively, I would say probably not.
Take a couple more. Outside of Ahmad, did you see anybody off the bench that did anything you liked?
No.
I mean, how disappointing is that in 7
Very.
games season?
You know, because two guys lost their starting spot last week.
You got a young team and you hit a rough spot here. Confidence could be an issue. How do you handle teams like that? I'm sure you've had this experience before.
Well, I've had experience before with issues. I've never had one with consistently the same problem and seemingly no effective change. And that's what's been frustrating. But we haven't defended. We played essentially 10 games, if you count the scrimmage and the exhibition game. We haven't defended in any of them. We've outscored people in 4 or 5 of them. But we haven't really competed defensively like you're going to need to with the caliber of teams on our schedule. So that has to change. So how do you do that? Well, you change your practice structure, you change personnel, you reward the guys that are playing with the kind of effort that you're both referring to. And if you don't run back, you're coming out. That happened today. Put a guy in, you didn't run back, they tipped one in, you're out. And I don't need any attitude.
Okay,
Thank you.